Haha! Welcome back. Let's take out this capital. So you get more advanced on version 2 playing, because that's what that song is called, and it's just awesome. Like, I will never ever throughout all of my days be tired of this song ever. This is a totally predetermined fight. This one never changes. I've never ever seen it change in my life. The names here, I'm just going to assume, are all references. Akanguya, 8801 Pepperl, Lelmop. Definitely references. I don't know what they are, as usual. We're going to get some good units in here. Sagan and Notori are both mandatory for this. You saw their troop sizes. You saw that the first guy has enhanced initial guard. It's not something that I can just slam my dick through and hope to succeed. I've got to actually try here. And I'm debating whether or not to include another guard. I am, because Meta KG, you know Meta KG, you love Meta KG. At this stage in the game, you know he can switch up on the fly. He's good to go. And I prefer Son and Torin for castle battles over I, simply because of the battle rating down. That pretty much sums that up. Notori, oh god, they make her go so quickly. I gotta do it. Let's do it. Miko Storm 2. It's important here. It's so important here. I mean, these units are huge. 5,000, 3,000. That's not the issue. The time killer's the issue. Honestly. And things like Miko Storm 2 and Sagan's attack do way more damage to those guys and move the bar way further in my favor because they're huge. He's pretty weak. He's not doing a lot of damage to me despite his tremendous size. And it's one of the only situations when I'm absolutely forced to deal with his hits. I can't take that out. You can't take out a 5,000 troop thing like that. Though, I'd bet you can assassinate him. I would like to, I'm 80% sure you could assassinate that guy. Honestly. And yes, I went straight ahead with Maria's thing because I don't want to have Sagan unable to act. I want to make sure he gets in there, and I didn't want Maria cropping up his time, basically. Yeah, but Notori and Sagan are lifesavers here. Again, they're not required. I didn't have either of them my first playthrough here, but they're up there. I mean, goddamn. Can you imagine how hard this would be without them? You know, it's just Atlasoft is kind. Your first playthrough, that front row, if you focused on melee units, you can blow through that. You can get through there if you really focus, you know? And then their back row is fairly soft. You get lucky with an assassination on 8801, or, you know, some other bullshit, and you're going to be able to do it. It's just harder. It's a lot harder. So, don't rely on things like that. I haven't the entire playthrough, and it's done loads for me, you know? So, cats, just protect. Don't need someone else getting hurt worse than you. My god. The Pepperl is a pretty decent unit, honestly. And, oof, this is going to be tight, you guys. This is going to be real tight. Let's watch the bar together. Let's watch the top bar together and see how close it gets. I'm watching. Oh my god. The last three in the back are really intelligent people. They're fine. Meta KG is really the only one I was worried about. And he had an intelligence boost, you know? So, all good. Nice victory. You won't see any of those units again either. They're predetermined. That's the only place they're at. So, you know. You get Kouhime, you get her H-Scene, and the Soul Binder is here. Madou tries to stop you, and you're faced with the easiest commander battle in the game. So, that's cool. But yeah, I think the Soul Binder's pretty cute. I definitely would. I mean, I'm just saying. That's like, oh my god. Actually, now that I look at her more, she's extremely attractive. Wow. That hair color, that skin tone. Softer than a pillow, I'm sure. You know. But this is where Rance gets Kouhime. You get some satisfaction from it. I don't really know what else you get. I've forgotten. But there's Madou, and this is the first time anybody has seen Madou. You know. If you have Chinu in your prison when Madou pops out of her, I think he just leaves. I don't think anybody sees him. They just find the remains of Chinu, and they're like, well, this is awkward. Same with Ran. If you've got her in your prison, Gigai just leaves. So, I mean, Atlas Soft has unique sequences for those things. It's just not really important. But, yeah. So, you fight Madou here. Extremely simple fight. There is absolutely nothing to explain, really. But that Soulbinder is gorgeous. My God. Order of Strength. Let's just get the big hitters in there. I mean, it's so unimportant. It's, you know, I mean, my God. I've got some fairly decent commanders here. I'm very pleased with what I've got available. But look at him. He's also like, you know, Rengoku. He's going to change forms after you beat him the first time. I'm unhappy that I didn't encounter Madou in combat, but you know, shit happens. It's not like I can sit here easily and you know, load the game continuously and still pretend that I'm enthusiastic about the commentary, you know? If I've got to reload the game 40 times and, oh, Madou's there, I'm not going to be happy about it. Well, Audio, why don't you do a post recording? It's just as simple as that. That's what I would do. Well, I wouldn't be able to, well, I'm not able to say the whole thing was live because of events dealing with Uesugi, but, you know, it's all good. I just don't want to. It's the same with Agureta. If I capture her, I capture her in another playthrough. That's all there is to it. Really, the only bonus or benefit to capturing her here is that it's appropriate for True Route, and that you get her H scene with Rance. Can't show the H scene. And as far as it being totally appropriate for True Route, there are going to be more opportunities in the future for me to show that. Also, having explained it should be enough. Madou is kind of an Easter eggy, I guess, because you see him so rarely on the field. It would have been really interesting to show it, but you're not actually missing anything by not seeing him there. You know what I mean? You know. But he does transform, and it's still like insanely easy, you know. You get the same commander. He's level 40. He's got the same stats. He looks way, way worse, if that's even possible, you know. I don't know. It's just strange. It's just, my friend told me that it's not about difficulty, and I like that and I can agree with it. Madou is not supposed to be powerful. He's the intelligent one there to help Xavier, you know? He's not a strong guy. He's not supposed to be a strong guy. It's one of the reasons he's one of the only commanders for Xavier. And having an easy commander battle like this is fitting for the story, but it doesn't match with the gameplay, you know? And that's okay. I don't have a problem with the fight. Don't get me wrong there. I think it's appropriate. I think it's fine. But this is what happens here. 3G has to basically explain to Rance that it's going to be a serious issue if he touches her. So Rance doesn't get to do that. And I think 3G orders that she be cut up into tiny bits and destroyed. And then Rance says, no, I want you to seal her away. Again, just in case in the future I'll be able to, you know, sleep with her. Just in case some cool thing comes up. So yeah, I guess that could be something in another game down the road because the Soulbinder lives. If you want to call it living, I don't even know what she does. That dialogue sentence right there is that dialogue sentence. Yes, that bit that just played there. Rance is so mean to that person. You shit, you fuck, don't do anything unless I tell you to. And he's pretty mean about it. And that's a good one. That's a good one. But I don't know, maybe they do end up killing it. I don't know. I don't remember word for word. But this goes on, and you never have to do this. You don't have to seal the Soulbinder away. You don't have to kill Madou. You know, these bits of the game are not required of you. This last territory I just conquered is optional, pretty much. It's pretty much entirely optional, yes. And as you can see, there was no Shogun in that fight. Another bit of the optional thing. They put Shoguns in the first 3, and you have to kill all 3 of the Shoguns to advance with the game, I believe. Alright, I guess all of the people who were cursed by the Soulbinder are now good to go. So Toshihisa would have been fine. His subordinate would have been fine. All of those troops burned in Oda would have been fine. You know, all that stuff would have been A-okay, but we killed him anyway, just to stop the. How does that send Oda into chaos? You bullshitting me, 3G? Oh my God. Okay. Well, I don't think I have anything else to do. I can replenish people. I mean, for some reason I was still able to use them. That's strange. That's not supposed to happen. But 196 women Rance is fucked in Japan. That's pretty good. For him. One last note before I end my turn here. 6 great treasures. That's not available on your first playthrough. I thought I would mention that coming to the end here because I hadn't yet mentioned it. You cannot get that objective completed on your first playthrough. Totally impossible because Inukai is required for one. There are just a bunch of requirements that force you to, do it on another playthrough. So you're aware of that. So, What delicious coffee. We're heading to kill the demon. I think this is a scene related to the next yokai. Well, the next forbidden yokai, but it is impossible to go now. I think. I'm fairly positive you have to conquer that last territory. This sequence just plays anyway, and Kouhime's like, don't do that, we've got to do things properly, etc. But, the last Demon Army territory that I'm going through is 4 cities. Not gonna be hard, not gonna be difficult. Could still capture Agoreda, can't see Madou because he's deceased. Thank God. Yeah. And then, like an earthquake happens. See, the irony here is that there are loads of earthquakes in Japan all the time, and this is actually, I could have mentioned it way earlier in another part, but obviously I was doing this Let's Play when, the Fukushima nuclear disaster and all that bullshit was going on, and I could have made all these really in poor taste earthquake jokes, but it's just, that's how Japan has always been. Throughout history, Japan has always been a center for earthquakes, so Orochi is the folklorish thing associated with that, and the yokai thrown on the bridge does not help that situation. But this is not the scene I was thinking it was going to be, and Kouhime is pissed off, and she steps up and tells Rance, hey, you bitch, you listen to me, I'm Kouhime, Oda's princess, and I am awesome. So that's how that goes. Oh man, yeah. Kouhime is definitely one of my favorite characters. I absolutely love her. She's just very cool. She's very, very cool. I don't know. It's just that intense maturity that comes, comes off of her, and she's a little girl. But, I don't know if the game would have been better if she were older or not. I like that she looks up to Rance as a brother and that Rance never sleeps with her in the game. I like that a lot. That's important that she's excluded from that treatment from Rance. It lets her treat Rance like this, She's one of the only women who can talk to Rance this way, who can do these things to Rance and actually get Rance to do things for her. Without future requirements. Well, I mean, I guess he always says, fine, but you'll be my woman, but I don't think that he means that, and, it's just unique. It's a unique relationship that only Kouhime has with Rance. So, yeah. They talk about these things a bit here, and it's all good. It's all very good. Yeah. I don't have much to say here, so I'll see you guys in the next part.